My name is Dr. Shane Howell with Alternative Health Management, and I'm going to explain some additional hip exercises and stretches that I find very effective. These are great for just about anybody and work well for people that like to be active, like to play golf, tennis, baseball, softball, running, things like that. Because real key is keeping those hips really mobile and moving well, because that really what drives a lot of our movement. And a lot of people, those hips get locked up and we put a lot of pressure on our back. So besides some of the other videos that I do that help stretch the hip flexors and work the glutes and things like that individually, there's a couple of different things, just easy things that you can do that helps a lot with overall flexibility and movement of your hips. So one I like to do, where I kind of spread my legs a little bit, kind of bend my knees a little bit and kind of push my hips back. I really tighten my abs. And so what I do is I lift my heel. I'll like start with the right side. I'm going to turn. I kind of turn the other foot as well, it just kind of goes with it. Turn and allow the body to kind of go with it. So like that, nice and slow. Just start out nice and slow. So lift my heel, turn, and body just kind of goes with it. Turn. That. Lift my heel, turn. The reason why I lift the heel, because it's hard to turn your leg and hip with your whole foot flat on the ground. It kind of locks it in, so you end up putting a lot of stress on your hip. So turn with the hip and with the heel up. Nice and slow. When you get really good and master this, you can kind of do it a lot faster. And this is really good for a lot of these golfers, because when you swing, it's the hip driving all the movement. Same thing, baseball, hip driving the movement. Tennis, hip driving the movement. So every movement we do should be hips driving the movement. Even putting dishes in a dishwasher. My hips should always be bending and turning, not my low back. My low back should be stable when I'm doing all these movements. Getting a drink out of a water fountain. Stable low back, not this. So kind of going back to that exercise. Lift the heel, turn. Lift the heel, turn. Lift the heel, turn. Okay? So another one I do, come over here, is I like to use this. Looks like a giant rubber band, and it's just kind of tied into something stable. Anything like, I wouldn't do a door unless you could lock the door. Otherwise it's going to pop you in the face. So see, it's like I tie it to where it's one big loop. And essentially what I'm going to do is put my leg through it. Then I'm going to traction until I get a nice pull. So it's going to help traction, which is a good thing for my hip. It'll help loosen it up. And so essentially what I do is I'm going to stand here with my feet kind of together. I'm going to lift my other leg, and as I step away, I'm going to lift my heel, so the same movement I was just showing you, and turning with it. Lift the heel, turning the hip, and see the body just kind of goes with it. You do not want the body turning first, because then you're putting all kinds of stress on your lumbar spine. That's where people find problems and tightness and pain in their back, is because they're moving through their back and not their hips. So lift the heel. Lift the heel. Okay? And I'll do like anywhere from 10 to 20 depending on how much resistance. They have different levels of strength of these. I'll probably just start out with a light one. This you can stretch out far enough to where you get a nice little resistance. And I'll do 2 sets of that, and then I'll switch and do the other side. So same thing. We'll have a video of this on the other side too. So lift the heel, turn. Lift the heel, turn. Lift the heel, turn. Okay? All right.